it's your buddy Peace and Harmony with you here today. Happy holidays. We're still in the festive holiday mood here. Happy holidays to you and wishing you a happy new year. We are focusing in on the covert and overt narcissist personality manipulation traits today in really sort of a primer and nutshell summation so that you can have a go-to understanding when it comes to managing and dealing with these very difficult people. And the one that I would like to really sort of key in on and hone in on today is really a narcissist inability, a shortcoming to tolerate anything perceived as criticism, oversight, or dismissal. So a narcissist, by virtue of them having a superior sense of self, a sense of arrogance, whether it's a quiet arrogance that we see in the covert narcissist, an overt, very charismatic, haughty, very superior, smug sort of display of charm and superiority that we see in the overt narcissist, or really the very seductive aura that is presented by the psychopathic individual, which oozes and really radiates because of their high presence of testosterone and aggression. They do almost have a psychopathic glow, if you will. Many researchers have felt this because of a high level of testosterone, that the presence and aura or energy emitting from these individuals is very captivating, and it's this really sort of seduction that tends to emanate from them because of this high presence of the hormone testosterone, which results in a lot of their high aggression and high risk sort of behavior traits and communication tactics, coupled with a lack of empathy. So a lack of empathy that we see from a narcissistic individual is they have an inability to feel or really feel what you're going through. So to feel your pain, to feel your happiness, to feel your joy, to feel your concern, to feel your anxiety, to feel your frustration. The psychopath might understand it on a cerebral level. They might understand because they've studied people for so long. They are able to understand what you're going through, but use it to twist and turn and manipulate you, and furthermore cause you to feel, exploited because of this. The narcissist, though, however, they really have an inability to see it whatsoever. They're completely lacking empathy, and they really couldn't care less. They really just don't really care about other people. I've heard, narcissistic individuals say, the distance between me, caring about you is, about yay far. So they're not close up. They don't have an ability to have empathy. They don't have that ability to listen with their heart. They generally don't even have an ability to listen with their ears. They oftentimes won't give you the eye contact. They won't give you the time of day. They won't sit and have a focused attention with you over a cup of coffee. They don't have the ability to listen. They're just too caught up in their self-interest. And oftentimes they have a great degree of arrogance and pride, which keeps them separated from you and keeps you basically... Oh, nice. Almost broke my ornament there. They keep you at a sort of, always less than rung. So it's just like, in the words of the great Mick Jagger, under my thumb, they constantly are keeping you under their thumb. So, it's just how they are. And in a nutshell, primer for you to understand that they, furthermore, they don't really, they don't accept constructive criticism very well. They're not open. They don't have an ability to listen with their ears, with their heart, with their mind. They are just shutting people out. They have a tendency to stonewall. Stonewall meaning just, create this barrier where it's impenetrable. It's impenetrable with words, emotions. They have almost like an invisible wall around them. And it's just, they're not able, it's almost, it's very interesting to see these people at work, because they just are so haughty, superior, that they just, they treat you less than no matter what. So you could have some great accomplishment, you could have some great event, you could have some wonderful deed that you've done, or charitable work, or something really commendable of acknowledgement and really very worthy, but yet they're oh, okay, you know, they're just going to discredit it. They're not going to receive it. They're not going to hear it. They're not going to listen. They're not going to give you credit where credit is due. And part of this is their intolerance for anything that they perceive as criticism or oversight that they could have committed. So they're not going to feel that they have done anything wrong. So if they had an oversight in how they've treated you, raised you, been a spouse to you, for example, you forgot my birthday, you forgot Christmas, you forgot our anniversary, you forgot to do this, you've dropped the ball here, anything that is where an oversight on their part, they're not going to take ownership. They're just going to basically feel like it was, too much of you to ask. They're going to basically deflect this back onto you. If they were late for something, you shouldn't have asked me to do this to begin with. You're going to get a lot of this, back and forth. So this is a very narcissistic, very rigid quality and manipulation tactic. So be very aware, be very keen to this, and realize that they are not going to tolerate any sort of constructive criticism or any input where it's going to require them to adapt, change to you, your needs, what is good and beneficial for you. They're not able to basically, adapt and come together. And it's been said that successful relationships are like, two stones coming together. At first they might, grit and, rub against each other, on their rough edges, but eventually those edges begin to soften, and then the two come together and then merge as one. So successful relationships, people are able to give constructive criticism and say, wouldn't it be a good idea if we could do this? This has worked for so and so, or I've read about this. Can we try this? So there's this back and forth where you can own up to the fact that there was a shortcoming, that somebody dropped the ball. There are things like, I'm sorry stated. I am sorry that I dropped the ball. You were absolutely right. I should have been here for you here. I should have done this and this and this. So there's this, coming together of terms. There's this understanding, owning up, being able to own a shortcoming and realize that they can't, just because you need to adapt or change something, it's not perceived as a shortcoming in a healthy, stable, self-assured individual. So if one is going through a correction, got it. Okay, perfect. Let's try this then. They don't take it as a personal insult or an attack at one's superiority. In other words, I don't need to take that from you. It's a constant wall, even though it would be beneficial for them to hear this from you, and it would be valuable feedback. A narcissistic individual oftentimes is not open to feedback. They're not open to valuable feedback. They're very resistant. They're very rigid. They are, they're inflexible here. They're not open. And so, for you to bring this to light, it's just further compounding the problem. So realize that this is a true manipulative and tactic and trait that you will see in the covert and overt narcissist. So furthermore, to handle this moving forward, you need to realize that any criticism or constructive criticism input that you provide to them is going to fall on deaf ears. They're just not open to it. So advise to not waste your time, your energy. Keep your focus on your sights moving forward and how you can either fill the gaps in yourself or utilize others who are open to collaboration versus constant competition that we see in a narcissistic or psychopathic individual. Peace and harmony with you here today. I hope these videos do help you. Please share, please subscribe for more great tools, videos, discussion, and support.